Hello students, welcome back to our Asian International School online tutorial class. This is your third class for the chapter polynomial, and today we are going to see division in polynomial. Okay, so if px be a polynomial and gx be another polynomial, now the gx is the divisor of the polynomial px, then we can write one equation px equals to qx into gx plus rx. Now qx is the quotient of the division, so that is why qx into gx, and this rx is the remainder of the division. This equation we already know. Now this equation we will compare with different divisions. Let's check this one. First one is that divide 4x cube plus 2x square plus 5x minus 6 by 2x square plus 3x plus 1. So this is our gx, the divisor, and this is our px, the 4x cube plus 2x square plus 5x minus 6 is the px. If we divide it, the division is done over here. You can see that the quotient is 2x minus 2, and there is a remainder coming 9x minus 4. So this is a simple division. By doing this division, we can find qx as 2x minus 2 and the rx is 9x minus 4, which is the remainder. In the next example, divide the polynomial px by the polynomial gx and find the quotient and the remainder. This is also same kind of sum. Here we have to find out the same thing. So if we do the division, the same method, the division is done in usual method. You can understand. First the x squared is coming as quotient, then x4 is coming here over here, and x squared in minus x is minus x cube, x squared plus x is plus x squared. So the subtraction will eliminate this x to the power 4. Then here one thing they have taken extra, that is 0x cube. Since there was no x cube term over here, so they have written here 0x cube. Then the subtraction is giving us x cube minus 4x square plus 4x plus 5. Then x is coming as a quotient, then x into x square is x cube, and again the whole thing is satisfied with the subtraction done. Then it is 3x square plus 3x plus 5, and minus 3 is the final quotient, and we are getting this equation, and finally 8 is coming as the remainder. So we can see in this sum the remainder was a function of x. Directly x was there. This does not have a x, but still we can say it's a function of x. Definitely a lone number or a constant number be a function of any variable. So the remainder is 8 and the quotient is x square plus x minus 3. This kind of divisions you are used to do from class 9, so I'm sure you will be able to understand this one, and other sums also you can do by yourself. Now let's do some other kind of sum. Here are some homework given. You can see what it is saying, that check whether the first polynomial is a factor of the second one. That means this polynomial is a factor of this big polynomial or not. You have to check. How to do this? It's easy. You can do it by division method. If you do direct long division method, if you do the division with long division, then this is the px, which will be divided by this t square minus 3, which is the gx, and you have to see that whether the remainder is coming 0 or not. If the remainder is coming 0, then we can say that yes, the first one, that is t square minus 3 in this case, is a factor of this big polynomial 2t to the power 4 plus 3t cube minus 2t square minus 90 minus 12. If there is a remainder coming, you'll check the division. Be careful while do the division. If the remainder is coming, then we cannot say that the first one is a factor of the second one. Now this sum can be done with the remainder method also, but this particular one is asked to do division. This sum is asking the division to be done. The remainder method is not applicable in this sum, but the sum can be definitely done with remainder method. But here we have to do the division, long division method. Similarly, this one, x square plus 3x plus 1, you will divide this 3x to the power 4 plus 5x cube minus 7x square plus 2x plus 2 with the smaller one. That is, this is your px and this is your gx. So this px will be divided by this gx, and check that whether there is a remainder coming or not. Similarly, the last one, this will be your homework. Please try it in home. and also find out if there is any qx or rx, what is the value Of course you will double check the values and find out and put the values. Next is example number 3. Now in this kind of sum, it's a different kind of sum. It's a different approach of the sum. It's just a indirect sum, we must say, not a different sum. It's division only. So let's see what we have to do here. The sum is saying obtain all the other zeros of 3x to the power 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5 if two of the zeros are root under 5 by 3 and minus root under 5 by 3. So this is a big polynomial. Now since we know, we can see that it is having x to the power 4, that means 4 is the maximum power, quadra power it has. The polynomial is having 4 as the maximum power, so there must be 4 roots, there must be four zeros for this polynomial. Now two of them are given, one is root under 5 by 3 and one is minus root under 5 by 3 whole. This is root is over whole 5 by 3. So if these two are the roots or the zeros of the polynomial, then what are the other two? That is the sum. This is easy sum, actually looks a little different or difficult, but it is not. So let's see how it is to be done. Very easy. Let's say root 5 by 3 is alpha and minus root 5 by 3 is beta. Now since there are other two also, we have to find those other twos. So alpha is root under 5 by 3 and beta is minus root under 5 by 3. Now since they are the zeros of the polynomial, then definitely x minus alpha and x minus beta will be a root of a factor of 3x to the power 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5. I'll say once again, since alpha and beta are the roots of this polynomial px, so x minus alpha and x minus beta must be a factor of px. If so, then x minus alpha into x minus beta will also be a factor of that polynomial. So x minus root under 5 by 3 into x plus root under 5 by 3 is a factor. It is written over here. Now this multiplication gives us x square minus 5 by 3. That means x square minus 5 by 3 becomes a factor of this thing. Now what I have just told you, I will repeat once again. This one px is having two zeros, alpha beta. Two other are not there, it is to be found. They are to be found here. Now since alpha and beta are the two zeros, then x minus alpha and x minus beta, they will be the factor of px. If so, then x minus alpha into x minus beta will also be a factor of px. So if we multiply, we get x square minus 5 by 3. That means x square minus 5 by 3 is a factor of 3x to the power 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square plus minus 10x minus 5. If it is a factor of this, then we will divide this thing. If we divide it, and we get a remainder 0. The division is done over here. It's a simple division. You can see here x square, and here it is 3x to the power 4. So 3x square is the quotient coming. Then the multiplication is done. Then subtraction is done. Again plus 6x is coming as the quotient. Then it is 3x square minus 5 and finally 3. That means 3x square plus 6x plus 3 is the other factor. So two factors we have found, x square minus 5 by 3 one here, and here it is 3x square plus 6x plus 3. So these two are the factors, this one. Now from this one, solution of this one has already given us the two roots, root under 5 by 3 and minus root under 5 by 3. Now we have to factorize this one, 3x square plus 6x plus 3, to get the other two roots. The factorization is done over here. It is done over here, and by doing it, simply they are getting a factor of minus 1 and minus 1. Yeah, minus both are coming minus 1. 3x plus 3 is one factor over here, and x plus 1 is another factor. Both are giving minus 1. So as a whole, the unknown two zeros of the polynomials are minus 1 and minus 1. So all zeros, if we write, then it will be from the beginning, all zeros of this polynomial will be root under 5 by 3 minus root under 5 by 3, and by this factorization it is minus 1 and minus 1. So 4 factors, 4 zeros we have found here. Now there is a homework given, you can check this by yourself, that on dividing x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 by polynomial gx, the quotient and the remainder were x minus 2 and this respectively, find gx. It's a similar sum, this kind of sum division we have to do here. Okay, you can do this, just make sure that after the division you compare the two sides of the remainder and you get it. Okay, I hope you will be able to do this sum. The gx will divide, I'll repeat how to do this. Gx means the unknown gx, you have to find it out and you have to divide this. That means this will be divided by one of the factor. Which one is this? The quotient and the remainder. That means this is the quotient, x minus 2 is the quotient. That means you will divide this thing with this x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 with x minus 2, and you will check that what is the remainder coming, and the remainder will be equal to this. Then you compare the two equations and find the gx. And finally, one more example is here, that give example of polynomial px, gx, qx and rx which satisfy the division algorithm. That means degree of px equals to degree of q. So obviously degree of px equals to degree of q can be written, let's say the polynomial be px equals to 3x square minus 6x plus 27, and let's say the gx is 3. So if we take gx 3, here we see that the degree of the polynomial, which is over here 2, degree is 2, then we get quotient as x square minus 2x plus 3 is also having a power of 2. What is done here, I'll explain you slowly. See, it is px equals to 3x square minus 6x plus 27. This is our assumption, this we have assumed. Now we have to make degree of the qx also same as the px. So qx means the quotient's degree will be same if we divide with a number. Here it is 3. If we divide with 3, then the quotient, first quotient will be x square now. If we divide 3x square minus 6x plus 27 with 3, then we get quotient x square. So it makes the power of the px and the power of the qx same, 2 and 2. So we can say that px equals to degree of px equals to degree of qx is satisfied over here. Then second, number 2, degree of qx equals to degree of rx. Now in this case, degree of qx equals to degree of rx, it has to be, let's say the polynomial is 2x cube minus 2x square plus 2x plus 3, and here we have to make degree of qx equals to degree of rx. That means the remainder must have same power as the quotient. So if we divide, let's see, this is 2x cube, so if we divide with 2x square, that means if the polynomial is having power 3 and we take the divisor with power 2, then we get the quotient power 1. So here the quotient is having power 1. Not only that, we have taken 2 over here, we have taken 2 over here, and we have taken this equation such that there is a remainder is coming 3x. That means the remainder is having a power of x as 1. So it matches with this condition, the degree of qx, which is x to the power 1, is equal to degree of rx, which is x to the power 1 once again. Now this is one more example. Now one thing you have to remember that these values, these polynomial expressions, these are taken randomly. You can take any other expression, you can take any other polynomial to satisfy this, but just make sure that finally this equation is satisfied and also the given condition is satisfied. That's how you do this kind of sum. And similarly, one homework is given where you have to take degree of rx equals to 0. Okay, just do this is the easiest one among all these three, so you can definitely do with the same process. Just go ahead and do. That is it for today's class, and I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.